welcome to Medieval Tonight. I'm your host, Barda Dinkalge. We have a super packed episode for you guys tonight. Instead of just one guest, we have 4. You will certainly know 2 of our guests tonight, as they are esteemed members of our society. You may have also heard of our 3rd guest. You are from the same part of town as she. If your last guest is only known by her family, and even they forget who she is sometimes, hold on to your horses, folks, because this is about to be one interesting ride. Our first guest is the only man that is better than the king. Holy cow, better than the king, you say? Why yes, he is indeed holier than thou. Our guest is none other than Pope Agrippa. Now, if you're watching at home, there will be the option of subtitles. And if you're here in the studio, well, you better hope the guy next to you speaks Latin. Let's be kind to the Pope, as this is his first live interview. Don't be timid, Pope Agrippa. Come on in.
What after dog, Barda?
It is an absolute pleasure to have you on the show tonight, sir. As I mentioned before, you're the only guy in the kingdom that's cooler than the king. Tell us what that's like.
It's pretty neat. I mean, how fast is part of Poga? You're not a team, and it would be much more, much more.
God is good. I saw that you brought with you some friends. Would you like to introduce them?
Oh, yeah! Die ene var FIFA. Här är Afrika från, det är för säsong. Det är väl FIFA. Det blir väl för free. Human make me make better help to me. I mean, who are going to see? He has much more meat on her, and than me. Yeah. Frank never heard her. And here I mean, here walking. Okay, sometimes I wish I was Frank.
Oh, don't be so hard on yourself, Pope Agrippa. You're a fine pope with some fine bishops. Now tell us about some vows you made when you became part of the church.
Well, when I had to come out of her, I had to never mind anything. And now I have her, and we're from her. Well, I will remember I can be.
Wow, props to you, Pope Agrippa. We all know that the late Pope Dan took that vow as more of a suggestion. Lady Delilah can vouch for that. You may remember that Pope Dan was charged for being corrupt and stupid. As I mentioned before, popes and men of the church dissipate laws and vows. There's obviously some trouble in paradise. Tell us about this. Sir, haven't you read Medieval Times lately? The troubles of the church have been highlighted for years. I mean, didn't you read about the Pope Dan scandal that I mentioned earlier? You have to have seen it.
I have remember. Oh, he didn't remember. I tried to say I remember it in the time. I was in the river.
Wow, that is so wonderful. Thanks for talking to Pope Agrippa. I wish we could talk more, but we have more guests to talk to. Give it up for the brilliant man in the golden hand. Pope Agrippa, everybody.
Our next guest is a valiant knight from the east side of town. Can I get a woot woot if you're from the east?
Woot woot!
Please give a warm welcome to Sir Thaniel.
Woo!
Oh, I see you have that little book there. What is that?
Oh, this is my songbook. I take it everywhere with me just in case I find a perfect lady who's exploding with money. Shall I sing a verse or two from it?
Oh, yes. Go ahead, Sir Thaniel. Right, are you ready? Hit, Sir Thaniel!
La la la, who is she, who is she? A fair maiden with hair of gold. Hark, hark, who is she? A fair maiden with gargantuous pockets of money. Harky, harky.
Well done, Sir Thaniel.
Phew! I worked up a sweat singing and dancing. Barda, do you mind if I take off my armor?
Oh, well, okay. So, Sir Thaniel, explain to us the code of chivalry you follow.
Basically, just have to fight to save the church and the weak, you know. Stay fit, treat other knights, act honorable, and be satisfied with what we have accomplished. But we always strive to do more. It's nothing too hard for a knight like me.
What did it take to become a knight like you?
Well, the first step in becoming a knight is coming from a noble family. At 7 years old, I went to a noble's house and became a page. While being a page, I learned good manners and how to follow order, how to carve meat properly, and yada yada yada. But the most important part of being a page is learning how to use a sword and ride a horse like Cookie. My job was to carry shields and swords and shields of knights who were training for battle. That was super boring. Then finally, when I became 18, I became a knight, as you can see. It was super cool because the king performed my dubbing. Long story short, I spent 11 years of my life in school, and now I'm living the life.
Sounds like a lot of training is needed to whip you all into shape. We obviously know the ladies swoon over you.
Oh, I've had many girlfriends, but I'm not married. I would consider myself a ladies' man for sure. I like girls who are financially secure. I'm talking lots and lots of gold and money. But when I do have a girlfriend, I try my best to impress her. Usually I take her hunting on horseback. I like to write a girl love songs, whether she's my girlfriend or not. I'm working on a song right now that I'm planning to sing for a king. My goal is to try and impress him, so that I can marry his daughter, who is very rich.
That's good to hear that you're looking to settle down, even though it does sadden all of us ladies.
Oh shoot, the king just called. I have to run into battle. Get your set guy to get Cookie. I have to get everyone going. Thanks for having me on the show.
Sir Thaniel, everybody.
Our third guest is, wait, who is she? Right, our third guest is some peasant girl from the southeastern part of the kingdom. You sound horrible. Why haven't you seen a doctor?
Thank you, peasant, for your time. Up next, we have a special royal guest. Give it up for Queen Bon Bon. Speaking of children, I was going to ask you about names for the child you're currently pregnant with. So you are 25 now. At what age did you get married and have your first son, Raj Jr.? Was it love at first sight, Queen Bon Bon? I wish I was your child. As we know, you haven't always had a great luck with childbirth, but you have had much better luck than most. Usually half of the babies born don't make it. What makes you different? Is it hard to raise that many children? I'm sure your kids will grow up to be fine young men and ladies. Oh man, I'm starved. This episode has certainly been a long one. Queen Bon Bon, would you care for a carrot? I did have a couple more questions for Queen Bon Bon, but looks like she'll have to leave.